Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Mabinogi, and in this episode we're going to be talking about races. It's going to be an informative video, so why don't you guys just kind of sit back and just, I guess you can listen. So there's 3 different races throughout the world of Mabinogi, or Aaron. There's the human races, the elf race, and the giant race. I'm sorry for my throat as well, I am a little sick, but the human race was the very first race introduced to the world of Mabinogi. The human race is the most diverse race when it comes to customization because they have the most multipliers for hairs, eyes, mouths and stuff. Don't really matter, but they have the most majority. They can choose the different colors of hairs that other races may or may not have, but some of the other races have some colors that they don't have as well. Now, when it comes to the humans, they're very defined by their versatility. They're not limited to most skills like others. Unlike giants and elves, some giants and elves can't use certain weapons and certain skills, and their stats are mainly balanced. They also are the slowest race, which the giants and elves, if you don't know, they actually do run a lot faster. I'm thinking elves run at a 2 times speed, humans are at a 1 time speed, and giants are in like a 1.5. If you guys think I'm full of crap, then if you look and you think about it, giants have bigger, longer legs, obviously, so they're going to be able to run further distances in shorter amount of time. So that's why the multiplier is around 1.5 instead of 2 for elves. But also, humans are the only race that have 2 choices of who you want to transform into. And transformations is something that allows you to get different stat bonuses and allow you to become a little stronger when it comes to fighting. There's 2 different you can choose from. You can be a paladin or a dark knight. Personally, I am a dark knight. This is what the dark knight looks like. This is the Infra Black. This is the last evolution of, the last transformation of the Dark Knights. I do wish I did stay Chaos Knight, which was my favorite, or a Paladin. If I could go back, I wish I could, but if you switch to Dark Knight, there is no way to go back to a Paladin. Another cool thing about humans are they're not restricted to any talent whatsoever, so they can become any talent, or they can use any talent. They're capable of dual wielding and also using one-handed swords. Humans also can use a skill called Final Hit and Arrow Revolver, which are both skills that allow you to pretty much attack really fast, one being melee, one being a archery skill. And when it comes to skills and AP, humans have the most balanced, so they have equal power or less AP costs than other races. And humans can basically wear almost the main majority of clothes. Some things are limited for elves and giants only, but humans have the most variety when it comes to equipment, skills, talents, all of those different things. A disadvantage for a human is they and humans just in general are my favorite race, just because my main character is a human. He's level 7k right at this very moment. He's not very strong. I've been playing this game for a very long time, but I'm more of a adventuring and playing with friends instead of sitting around town talking and being a fashionagi, which I guess I am a fashionagi. I like clothes and whatnot. But other than that, we're going to switch over to an elf and tell you all about the elves. Okay, so now that we're over to our elves, I apologize for the misinformation on the 2 times speed. Elves actually run at a 1.32x faster, or run 1.32 times faster than humans, and 1.14 times faster than giants. Elves are granted with the ability Hide. Hide is an ability that allows you to go invisible. While it's enabled, the elf's mana basically depletes at a constant rate. When an elf is using this action, he or she can be seen by everyone except for monsters in and or out of PvP. Monsters cannot see, target, or attack hidden elves unless they're using I guess, like a AoE move that just hits everyone, obviously. Elves have only one transformation, which is the Falcon. They do have upgrades of those, but at the same time they only have one, unlike the humans that have 2. The combat advantages with elves vary. With elves, because they do have a different archery skill, they're a little more adept to archery. Elves are going to be able to shoot actually 2 arrows instead of 1. And if 1 arrow misses, obviously the other arrow is going to miss. They have, I guess, shorter cooldowns. They can learn Mirage Missile. They can learn Final Shot, which is a teleportation move that's just like Final Hit, but with archery. It costs less for elves to use magic as well. Mana points are elves are very good with archery and mana, I guess you could say. I'm just gonna summarize this. Elves do suffer from having less strength and will, though. They're not able to wear heavy armor, and they're very limited to what they can wear and what they can do. Some talents they cannot use due to their weak nature. I mean, if you would want to go and become close combat, you can. But the thing is, because of their stats and the way that they level up, it's not very beneficial for you to play an elf if you want to be straight strength and kind of a knight style character. But this is the elves. This is my one elf. This is actually my very first character on this server. I ended up making a human not too late after I started playing this game, and that's who my main started to become. Oh my god, they moved this back. So this over here is actually my go-to area. I used to sit here all the time. This was my area that I would go to when I was just meeting up with friends back in the day, when we actually played Mabinogi on a daily basis and kind of had like no place to really call home. We'd just sit here and talk, or if we wanted to go on an adventure, we go on an adventure. But that's the elves. I guess if you want to know how to obtain an elf and giant card, I could do that in another video, but this was the elf. Okay, so now we're all over to giants. Giants are a tall and strong race. They're the natives of Vales, which is in the Physis region of Iria, and they specialize in melee combat, health, strength, and will. Their disadvantages are in magic and ranged skills, but they're very strong and hardy, obviously. Giants run at a 1.16% speed over humans, and at 87.9% speed of elf speed. The cool thing about giants is you can actually carry humans on your shoulder and act like a mount, but during this time they can actually fight, perform actions, talk to NPCs, craft, or mount pets. Giants actually have a different success animation than human elves, which make them kind of unique. Giants can also knock down certain trees and use them as a maul, which is, I guess, a weapon, you could say. Giants actually can't equip most clothing, armors, helmets, and different things. They can use majority of weapons. The cool thing about giants is they can use two-hand swords and lances that usually are usually humans would have to dual wield. They can wield with one hand, obviously, and then use a shield in the other, which make them very strong and allows for them to be very tanky. Giants can dual wield, but they can only dual wield one-handed blunt weapons. Giants actually have the ability to transform as well, but their transformation is just like the elves. They're limited, but it's called the beast form, and it allows them to transform into a beast. Now, with giants, there's a bunch of specifications that you can learn, but if I explained all of them, it would take forever. Like the windmill, it's a slightly less cooldown than humans and elves. It's 3 seconds at rank 9+. Only giants can learn Stomp, which is a giant's thing only. They can learn Wind Guard, which basically Wind Guard taunt combo is a very strong skill or combination to use. It's very strong in combat, if you guys don't know that. But the disadvantages with them is they're very weak with mana. Their intelligence is awful. They can't learn Play Dead. They can't do rock throwing, and they can't equip bows. Unfortunately, they can't learn any archery skills and learn Spider Shot, which is a really good skill. And they have a large hitbox. Very easy to see a giant running around. But giants are very strength, HP, and defense dependent and will dependent. They are pretty much going to be your tank bruiser not champion, thinking of League of Legends, I apologize, character that you would choose. But with giants, obviously, they're gonna be bulky, big, and strong. So if you're looking for that character, go ahead and choose a giant. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. I know this video was a little awkward, a little less fun. It's just kind of an informative video, but thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate you guys watching, and I really hope that you guys stick around and check out my other videos. So I'm not good with outros, as you guys know, so bye, Dad.